So I'm here in Akihabara, and looks like a big manga thing going on here. But this is like the manga capital, and there's people waiting to get in. All famous for its electronics and manga, or anime. But there must be a big event happening here because so many people are waiting in line. Akihabara. And look at these little vending things. I mean, kids like this, but even adults. It's like you turn the thing and get a prize and stuff. And then we've got this area here, which is the big manga area, anime, and so big shopping for this. There you go. So it's really the headquarters area of all of your manga and anime comics, I guess we would call them. So, and this is the corner here in Akihabara, and it extends and goes on and on with these stores. We just came out from Don Roponggi, which is in keeping with the Akihabara. This is the Akihabara station. Here you are. It's not the subway where we're going, but this is Friday, not noon, and the anime capital. All right. Very good. Very good. Up, here's the train. Here's Beauty. This is our favorite sushi place. And it looks like it might rain, but it's not now. More restaurants and good old Ameryoko Market. Been coming here for 20 years. Back at the Ameryoko Market, this is a little sign, kind of retro. But we've been coming here for 20 years. That's the train. And what's changed over the last 20 years is many tourists from, well, I want to say Europe and US, but many from China now. And it's just grown as a popular place to shop. It's been here since World War II. It started out as a black market, market stuff from PIs after World War II, American goods. And I'm looking for where my wife is. And that is the JR Yamanote line on top of us. And it's kind of a day where it looks like it might rain. A little bit of spritz going on here. Oh, there she is buying something now. So there is this candy store here that has all kinds of candies. They have 3 stores. And maybe I'll get some video in there later, but this is part of the Ameryoko Market. And I always know how to find this candy store because there's a little, or a big, nice Shinto shrine here. Get captured up here. Okay. Worshiper. And it's right here in the middle of the Ameryoko Market. So I know how to find the candy store very easily. It's interesting. Buddhists here at the shrine, which is Shinto. I guess they're tourists too, because this place is loaded with tourists, mostly from China. I'm here in Roponggi, and this restaurant caught my eye. I might have to try it. It's pretty impressive if it is correct, what it's cracked up to be with the sushi. They serve other dishes too, looks like. But this is what it looks like inside, and I might have to just give it a try. They got the shellfish where they grill, and gambori, which is fish on top of rice, a bowl of rice. And I am in the neighborhood of Roponggi, which I'll tell you about. So, in keeping with Roponggi here, that is a little close up to the Tokyo Tower. It's 5:30 Friday afternoon, everybody's commuting, and I came here to this restaurant that I'm going to try tomorrow. They open in the morning, and like a lot of most restaurants in Japan, they put out this little plastic type models of the food, of the dishes. So if you don't know what to order, you could always take the server out and point and say, I want that one. Now that looks like a wagyu beef rather, something that I might be tempted to try tomorrow because I haven't had any yet. So this is what the inside looks like. It's a pretty cool looking restaurant. And Roponggi is a big expat neighborhood. It's really pretty when we get around that corner where we see Roponggi Hills. This is the area that leads down to the Tokyo Tower. And loads of restaurants, and most of the embassies are within this area. So there's a lot of Westerners like myself. It's starting to rain, and step out to just get a little bit of the Roponggi Hills area, the tower. This is that tower that I always see from my window. And inside there's a lot of shops and residences, and there's a hotel and a TV station broadcasting, and it comes up from here. A rainy Friday afternoon, looks like a rush hour, about 5:30, and I'm going inside Roponggi Hills, which is this building here, and there's an art museum and shops and all kinds of high-end restaurants and things. So this is the other side where the gardens are, and it's a walk down from where we are now of the Roponggi Hills building, and this is a little zoom look on the Tokyo Tower. The sun is facing us, so everything's kind of in a shadow. And I'll put this over here, and there's Yuri, and there's looks like a tourist posing. So this is the other side of the building, and we're going to walk down to the garden. There's art structures. Continuing with our walk down, we were up there, and that's the building you see from our window, the other side. And we are continuing down to the garden area, Mori, M-O-R-I, and that is the name of the art museum here. It looks like the azaleas are starting to bloom. And off to a distance, there's some more buildings in Tokyo. It's probably closer to where the Sano is. And this is just a beautiful garden they put together down here, the Mori Garden. The way they set the little artwork. And then you have the pond. And it looks like some azaleas blooming. It's a beautiful Saturday morning here, and the Mori Art Museum area of the Roponggi Hills Tower. Here we are. So this is the south entrance to the garden, and I wanted to show this because of the building that is the place where we were in earlier and last night in Roponggi Hills. And there we go. And the azaleas are starting to bloom. There's a highway in back of me, road, and I'll walk towards the garden entrance as if you were coming from the south. Here we are. There she is. So you're in this little garden and hearing the sounds of the city on a Saturday morning. Ambulances, I think that is. Yep. So it's the park again here, and the entrance from the south. And it's just such a beautiful day because there's It was raining so hard yesterday, it was almost like a hurricane, and today the skies are blue. But the weather changes fast here because Japan is surrounded by oceans, so storms roll in and roll out pretty quick. So I think, believe it or not, even today, it's forecast to rain later this evening, so the weather changes quick, but it is just a beautiful day, and the gardens here, like many of the gardens here in Japan, are landscaped very well. With the gardens, it's just a few steps down from where we just were, and they're built with these landscaped waterfalls all throughout, and it's just hard to imagine we're in the middle of big city. It's nice and quiet here now. And one of the things they do with their landscaping is make it hard to distinguish that you are in actually a big city. It's set below street level and landscaped to think you're out in a mountain when you're really in the middle of the city. So in the building here in Roponggi Hills, there's a Hyatt and there's some restaurants and high-end gift shops. But this is looks like a very nice Chinese restaurant. And surprisingly, the food is very reasonable. So I'll point to an item like simple, do a little quick money translation. So you're looking at these pork dumplings here, which is like an appetizer. So in Japanese money, it's 500 yen, and that equates to about $4.10. So it's quite reasonable for a restaurant located in this location, and I'm surprised by that. So, and you got your. It is, and that's the surprise. That's the surprising part. So, and that's what the inside looks like. So it's Saturday morning, and I did come back to the restaurant. They're going to open in 30 minutes. I'm a little early, but this is where I was yesterday, and Tokyo Tower is down there. And let's see what else we got going on here. It's the same area. Just hanging out. Saturday morning, not too many people are running to work with suits on. This was the intersection I was nearby yesterday. It was kind of in the evening, and this is back in again. So this is an intersection here, and above the hills, the tower, as you can see, the weather just changed real quick. Clouds come in, and which is typical sunny day, then cloud bursts and rain. So this is where we are right now in the neighborhood, and we are walking to our Tokyo lodging, which is about a 8 to 10 minute walk from here. I'm going to rest up because we're going out later.